like I said, this is super important. I want you to take a look at this, and we'll probably practice it a few times today and tomorrow. So first thing we're going to do, and again, this is going to be on the checkpoints. The first thing you want to do, I am going to go ahead, and I'm going to get started by balancing this equation. Now, a lot of you can do this already, which is great. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I'll tell you what, I never like my stylus. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do, put a list. Oh, where'd you go, bud? C-H and O. And C-H and O. And you can do this too. You don't need to do it with me. You don't need to watch me. If you think you can do it, do it. And I'm going to kind of explain what I'm doing while I'm doing. All right? So let's take a look up here. And we're going to start with this. I know some people said they weren't good at balancing, so here's your chance. All right? I got 2 carbons here. I got 4 hydrogens on the left. And I got 2 oxygens here. On the right side, I got 1, 2. Now take a look at oxygen. I got 2 here, and I got 1 here. 2 plus 1. I see you. Just give me a second. And 3 on this side. So that's how I would do that right there. So as we look at this here, one of the first things I'm going to focus on is I'm going to focus on fixing the carbon. So if I put a 2 right here, this goes to 2, which is great. Remember, this 2 multiplies that 2, but then we have to add this oxygen right here. So this would actually be, oops, sorry, this would actually be 5, my bad. So we haven't changed the hydrogen yet. Okay, U odd number is right. So we have fixed the carbons, which is great. That's super. But let's go ahead and let's put a 2 right here. If we put that 2 right there, that's going to change this hydrogen to 4, which is great. But again, it addresses my odd number problem because now this is a 2 and this is a 4. So that makes this a 6. How are we doing so far? I look at this and I say, okay, I'm going to go over to this right side here, and or left side, excuse me, and I'm going to try to decide what's going on. And what is going on? Well, in this case, then I can say, well, all I need to do, since the hydrogen is now good, is I just need to address this problem right here and put a 3 right here and change this to a 6, and I have succeeded in this balancing of an equation. And that really, even though I don't need to put a 1 right here, I should probably focus on the idea that there are things going on here, and these numbers right here, 1, 3, 2, and 2, are going to be used a lot. And here's the thing, if you mess this part up, no pressure, but if you don't have this right, then the rest of the problem is not going to go well for you. You're going to miss a lot of questions, which is sort of sad. Now the reaction type here, if you remember, right, we focus on some things, and some things we focus on when we look at the reaction type is we say, okay, our choices are synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, and combustion. Remember those? So I think about it and I said, well, what I'm seeing here is something interesting. I'm seeing a hydrocarbon right here. I'm seeing oxygen right here with the result of carbon dioxide and water. And in my head, I say, well, there's no synthesis. Nothing's being put together. There's nothing being broke apart. There's nothing switching. There's nothing double switching. This is my good friend, combustion. Oops, combustion. All right, combustion. That's my answer. All right. So that's great. We want to keep this in our minds, especially, folks, we especially want to focus on the 1, 3, 2, 2. That's the most important.